Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're taking a journey, a deep dive into the spiritual heart of Japan to explore Shinto. It's this ancient way of life that connects the Japanese people to their land, their history, and to nature itself in a really profound way. So, to get started, we've got to talk about the most fundamental concept of all. At the absolute core of Shinto is this idea of the kami. Now, don't think of a single god upon a cloud. It's not like that. Instead, think of it as a sacred, life-giving energy that just flows through everything. A powerful waterfall? That's kami. An ancient gnarled tree? Kami. A majestic mountain? You bet. It can even be found in people. It's this universal force that makes the entire natural world sacred.
And that idea is right there in the name itself, Shinto. It actually comes from two Chinese words, Shen for spirits or gods, and Tao for way. So Shinto literally means the way of the gods, or maybe better, the way of the kami. It's less about a strict set of rules and more about a way of living, a path to being in harmony with the kami, and through them with the whole universe.
So to really get this worldview, we need to go back, way back to the beginning, to the incredible stories written down in ancient texts like the Kochiji and the Nihongi. And believe me, this isn't just some quaint folktale. This is like the mythic DNA of Japan. Okay, so picture this. The world is just this chaotic, soupy mess. The gods up in heaven decide something has to be done, so they send down a divine pair to sort it all out. Izanagi, the primal male kami, and Izanami, the primal female kami. Their mission, to give shape and order to this unformed world. And the way they do it is just so poetic. They're standing on the floating bridge of heaven, and Izanagi dips this incredible jeweled spear down into the ocean below. As he lifts it out, drops of salty brine fall from the tip, and get this, those drops come together to form the very first island of Japan. And from there, they create the rest of the islands and give birth to all sorts of other kami. But then, tragedy strikes. While giving birth to the kami of fire, Izanami is horrifically burned and dies. She descends to Yomi, the land of the dead. Izanagi is completely devastated and follows her, determined to bring her back. But he breaks his one promise, not to look at her. And when he sees her decaying form, she flies into a rage. He just barely escapes, sealing the entrance to the underworld with a giant boulder forever.
So Izanagi gets back, and he's totally tainted by this journey to the land of the dead. He needs to purify himself, which is a huge value in Shinto. As he's washing himself in a river, something absolutely incredible happens. From his left eye, Amaterasu, the brilliant sun goddess, is born. From his right eye, Tsukiyomi, the moon god. And from his nose, the wild and tempestuous storm god, Susanoo. Now Susanoo, he was a real troublemaker. After losing a contest with his sister, he just goes on a rampage, destroying her sacred rice fields and desecrating her palace. Amaterasu is so hurt and angry that she retreats into a cave and rolls a huge rock over the entrance. And because she's the sun goddess, the entire world is plunged into complete darkness. The other kami are, of course, freaking out. They hatch a plan. They throw a huge, noisy party right outside her cave and hang a sacred mirror on a tree. Amaterasu gets curious about all the laughter. She peeks out, and bam! She's stunned by her own brilliant reflection. As she steps out, the light is restored to the world. It's that mirror, along with a sword and a jewel, that she later gives to her grandson, Ninigi, when she sends him down to rule the earth. And that, right there, is the mythical origin of Japan's imperial line. Okay, so you might be thinking, that's a great story. But here's the thing. This is so much more than just a myth. For centuries, this creation story became the absolute bedrock of Japanese national identity. Let's dig into how that happened. I mean, this quote from the 19th century scholar Hirata Atsutane just says it all, doesn't it? This core belief that Japan was literally created by the gods and that its people, and especially the emperor, were their direct descendants, it created this incredibly powerful sense of being unique, of having a divine destiny. and this belief had huge political power, especially in the years leading up to World War II. It was used to promote the idea that the emperor wasn't just a ruler, but a living god, and that the Japanese were a superior people. Then, after the war, everything changed. As part of the American occupation, General MacArthur made it a priority to dismantle this ideology. He forced the emperor to publicly state he wasn't divine, and he returned the nationalized shrines to local communities, effectively cutting the myth's direct ties to state power. But even though the politics shifted, the spirit of Shinto is still incredibly alive in Japan today. So what does it actually look like to practice Shinto? Let's take a look at the rituals and the sacred spaces. So when you approach a Shinto shrine, the very first thing you'll almost always see is one of these, a torii gate. And it's so much more than just an archway. Passing through it is a powerful symbol. It means you're leaving the ordinary, everyday world behind, and you're stepping into a sacred space, the home of a kami. And if we're talking about shrines, we have to talk about the big one, the Ise Grand Shrine. This is the most revered, most sacred site in all of Shinto. It's a huge, beautiful complex dedicated to Amaterasu herself, which directly links the worship happening today all the way back to the heart of that creation myth we just talked about. So let's say you're visiting a shrine. What do? Well, the ritual is actually beautifully simple. First, you purify yourself. You wash your hands and rinse your mouth to cleanse away the dust of the outside world. Then you make a small offering, usually a coin. Next, to get the kami's attention, you can ring a bell and then you clap twice. You say your prayers silently from the heart. And when you're done, you clap one last time to say thank you. But worship isn't just something that happens at these big public shrines. While people go to shrines for big festivals or special occasions, a lot of the daily practice happens right in the home. Many Shinto families have a kamidana, which literally means God's shelf. It's a small altar that serves as a personal connection to the kami, a place for daily offerings and prayers to start and end the day. And you can't talk about Shinto without talking about the festivals, or matsuri. This is where the community aspect really comes alive. They're vibrant, joyful celebrations of life. You have the solemn Great Purification rites twice a year to cleanse the whole nation. You have the massive New Year's festival, and during big local festivals, you'll often see a portable shrine called a mikoshi being carried through the streets, which allows the local kami to get out and bless the entire community. It's really something to see. So, when you boil it all down, after all the myths and the rituals and the history, what's the core message here? What's the timeless takeaway from Shinto? Well, the thing to remember about Shinto is that it's not really a religion with a big holy book and a long list of do's and don'ts. It's more of an ingrained way of being. It's this deep-seated reverence for nature, a profound respect for purity, and a life lived in conscious harmony with the land, and with that divine energy, the kami, that fills every single part of it. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? In our modern world where we're facing ecological challenges and maybe feel a little disconnected from nature, what can we learn from a faith that sees the divine in every rock, every river, and every tree? What does it mean to see our responsibility as living in harmony with them? It's a powerful question. Thanks for joining me.